Greetings, dear Pisces. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a look at your August of 2024 general monthly reading. So just keep in mind that in general readings, just the messages that are meant to come out will come out. So remember, if the messages apply, that's fantastic. Please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. That means that we are making some type of energetic connection, and I love that for us. And if the messages do not apply, go ahead, throw them out of the window, set it on fire, let it fly, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading, dear Pisces. This will be a general reading, and we are going to use the Neoteric Feminine Tarot to pull your messages, and of course we will use clarifiers. This is going to be a 4-card spread with clarifiers. So we're just going to be taking a look at what your general energy is looking like for the month of August. And then we're going to close the reading out with one card from the Chakra Insight Oracle, which just identifies a particular chakra that you could be more focused on, more centered on during this month, with an accompanying inspirational and insightful message. So let's set the intention that this is for the sign of Pisces. So if you have Pisces and it is in your sun, your moon, or your rising, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. All right, let us go ahead and get started. I'll just move this little hair out the way. Okay. So our first card is we are looking at the main theme, okay? So this is just what is the main dynamic of what's happening in your life for the month of August, okay? Show me the main theme for Pisces in the month of August. What is the main theme for the sign of Pisces? Okay. Clarify that. Okay. We're not taking any reversals. Okay, right on. So what I'm seeing for you, and just this is just a precursor, or I don't know, just something to keep in mind that when we're talking about general readings, because of course there are so many Pisces that are going through different things at the same time, the messages could apply to various facets of your life. So as you're listening to the message, think about what is more prominent, like what are the themes that you are going through around this month, okay? And so try to apply these messages to what you perceive your attention going to at this time. But what I see for you in the month of August as a main theme is I see you being like really burdened by a lot of responsibilities. It's like you have so many hats to wear. People are asking you to do this, do that. You're just feeling like very obligated in many ways and many facets of your life. So those burdens could be in the home. It could be with your work, your friendships, your relationships, right? But you just feel like you're holding a lot of bags, and it can be very overwhelming when you're experiencing that. So you could be undergoing like there could be like a lot of stress that's involved with all of these obligations that you have for it. But I do see you, maybe this is something that you've taken upon yourself because you are trying to manifest something with this Magician card. So this talks about you having a desire, and maybe like if there is a goal that you really want to have, like maybe it's you are in school or something and you're trying to push forward to this goal that you have, but in the meantime, like going through this goal and the work that's required, you're feeling so overburdened by these additional tasks that you have on top of just your normal everyday tasks. So it's really hard to catch up. But I see you, there's a purpose for this. There's a rhyme and a reason. You're not just like toiling away for no reason. I feel like with the Magician card, you're being very focused on an energetic level about what you want to accomplish, and making sure that you have the right tools available, the right people around you to be able to push this forward. Even if it feels like you're doing too much, right? It's like an ends to a mean. It's not just like existing in this state for like no reason. It's existing in this state because you're trying to get something done. So this could, there could be like some travel that's involved in this, okay? excuse me, but this could also be, let's say, the Six of Swords also talks about a transitory phase. So you could be transitioning from one phase to another. So this is looking like a change of a job, a change in your living, where you're living, housing. There's something about perhaps like movement in some capacity that's very prevalent here. And maybe, let's say, like maybe you've manifested a new place to live, for example, and the burden and the stress is just like, you've got to pack, you've got to arrange all of these things. It's like, it's a lot. Like anyone who's ever, any adult who's ever had to be responsible for changing locations and moving, like we all know, is a very stressful event. So I'm seeing something like that being very prevalent in your, I don't know if it's a home, I'm just saying that's just an example. But this definitely talks about you like in a departure, like you leaving a place, whether it's a physical place or whether it's just a position, like a job or a relationship. It's like you're moving away from where you were and going to in a new direction, okay? But in that new direction is something you've definitely manifested. It's like you got what you wanted. You're doing it now. You're in the process of doing it. But we all know sometimes, like, in order for us to manifest things, we have to put the work, we have to put the action in. And I see you like reaping the rewards of that. Like you're able to see like your manifestations coming to fruition, but it's difficult. It's hard because it's like you're just juggling a whole lot of things, and it's just like as if you don't have enough things to do. Now there's even more, okay? So that was a little long-winded. So let's go ahead and look at your past influences. So this is looking at what are some previous factors that are just in your life that you're still dealing with and are very much relevant for this month. Let's see past influences for Pisces. Show me past influences for Pisces. Okay. Definitely some mental things going on. Yeah. So interesting. Okay. I'm sensing that there's an ongoing battle, perhaps disputes that, you know, have been, that you've had, that, you know, it's still affecting your presence, okay? With that Five of Swords, talks about perhaps could be like mental conflicts, but this is aggression. This is either you being aggressive or you having to show your aggressive side and having to fight, but not in like, not with these hands, but you having to fight in regards to like your, like mentally, like having arguments, having conflicts in that way. Maybe carrying like some hostility or stress with you as well. But it's like that was necessary for you to really be able to speak your truth with this Queen of Swords, for you to live in integrity and to live by on your own terms, right? I feel like also this Queen of Swords can be critical, but it's constructive criticism. It's not criticism that's built off any hate, okay? So this could be like, let's say, I'm just saying, for example, like maybe you have a kid, let's say like you have a kid and you and this child are constantly going back and forth with each other, okay? Like you guys are just having like moments that are very tense, very hostile in nature. And it's like you're just, the way that you're approaching the situation and the way you're approaching this argument is out of love, and it's out of like wanting better for the situation. So it's like you're trying to balance your head and your heart. And so it may seem like to that other person as if you're being hostile, as if you're being aggressive, but really you're acting out of love and you're acting out of logic, okay? But I do see that there could have been an ending of that. There could have been a chapter that's closed with that. So I'm seeing that there's something that's affecting you now, and it has to do with arguments of some sort that perhaps you've had to like kind of step into, but it was like out of love, okay? And so I see that like that chapter has ended. Like it's definitely like either that person is like completely gone, like the chapter of that is finished, but you're still heavily thinking about it, or it's just It's something that's happened, and now that it's over, because the world signifies a finality. It's like something that's completed. It's a cycle that has completed. It's a sense of, okay, like we're done with this now. Okay. But it's coming up in your past influences. So I feel like there's something about this month where you're being reminded of previous hostilities that you've undertaken. Okay. And that closure. All right. So it's still like in the closure process in the month of August. All right. So that's what I see for past influences. Let's go ahead and check out your challenges. So what are some potential challenges that Pisces could face in the month of August? Show me potential challenges. Ooh. Oh my God. I don't even know. Wow. I was not expecting this. First card that came out was the Tower. This is like an unexpected event, something like blindsiding you, where you feel like the carpet has been pulled from underneath you, and it's like just like you didn't see it coming. Okay. But what we have to remember about Tower moments is the Tower is the destruction of a false reality. So sometimes when things are yanked from our lives and it hurts and it's painful to go through and to experience, of course, but there is a purpose for that. It was aligning you with where you're supposed to be. Okay. I truly believe that we're all like in progression to our destinies in some way. Okay. And so there are a few choices that we can make, like, and probably a few destinies that are within us, and it all depends on the choices that we make, right? But I feel like when we have Tower moments that happen, they are like incredibly disappointing, but at the end of the day, it's like you could think about a Tower moment, something that very serious that happened to you that caused you a lot of like headache and heartbreak, and then when you look back on it sometime in the future, it's like, well, okay, like now I understand. Like, you get there's a moment of clarity at some point. So I see something unexpected perhaps happening, and it might have something to do with the heartbreak. Third party, you could be finding out there's like a certain situation. Like if you're in a relationship, there could be like some type of separation. I hate to give like bad news like that. I really do. Like, I don't like to read this. But then kind of aligning with this message, with this challenge, is this Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is the card of lack, is the card of poverty, but it's also the card of being left out of something. This is separation. This is hardships, loss, struggles, feeling alienated, even unemployment. This could look like someone losing their job and being really upset and frustrated and heartbroken about it, like having like separation from it, and just like, dang, like here I am, like now I'm having money issues, and I don't know. I hope this doesn't resonate with anyone, but I'm pretty sure that there's a person who needs to be able to understand this message, that there could potentially be some very disappointing events that happen this month, right? Especially in regards to perhaps your job or relationship ending. And it just kind of like happens. It's just very, very sudden. It comes out of nowhere. But that's what I get for the challenge, okay? Let's go ahead and close it out. Let's go ahead and do our outcomes. So by the end of the month, what is it looking like for our dear Pisces? Let's see an outcome of this month for Pisces. Show me an outcome for Pisces. Okay. Okay, so okay. So Pisces, I see you like really committing yourself to something at the end of the month. Maybe there's a course of study that you decide to go through. You're like harboring down on a commitment. And I think it has to do with like really trying to put yourself first, put your, like, making sure that you feel confident, that you feel self-assured at this time. Um, it's like also being charismatic to attract the right things to you, the right opportunities to you. But it's also like being quite optimistic as well, okay? And believing in yourself more importantly. So I see you kind of like dedicating yourself to something by the end of the month. And you do it with like such a fervor, with like such a drive of like, yeah, like I can do this, right? It's like a self-assured here. And I think it has something to do, like there could be a skill that you're picking up or a course of study that you're undergoing. And it is definitely going to be able, like the outlook of it, that is going to improve your financial future, okay? Because the King of Pentacles is all about securing a financial future. That's like looking into our future and taking care of our future self with like stocks and bonds and 401ks or whatever says savings, right? So I see you like really taking a step at the end of the month. Like you take a very confident step to really like commit yourself to something. And I'm not sure what that is going to be very different for everyone. But you're committing yourself to something. You're taking a very I don't want to say like typical path, but it's like a path that's like tried and true. People have done it and you know that it works. Hey, it's like being a, like you go to school to be a doctor, like you know you could be a doctor and like you're gonna make between this and this salary. This is a tried and true way for upward mobility if you're able to do that, okay? So I do see you considering this or taking the steps to kind of lock into something like that, okay? Where you're investing in yourself, okay? All right, let's go ahead and pull one card from the Chakra Insight Oracle. Let's see a chakra that Pisces can focus on for the month of August. Show me a chakra for Pisces for the month of August. Show me a chakra. Show me a chakra. Okay. So Pisces, you are being urged to focus on your intuition. Okay. Let me go ahead and read this for you. So intuition is associated with your third eye chakra, and this card is telling you that your true power shines as you move within the quiet rhythms of your inner knowing. Amidst our modern race to beat the clock and conquer challenge with logic and reason, there's a subtle and profound path that has been walked by great masters and indigenous people throughout the ages. It is a path marked not by linear time and rational thought, but by synchronicity and the whispered wisdom of intuition. Intuition is not wishful thinking or idle dreaming. It is the deep inner knowing of our subconscious mind rising up to guide our steps in the world. It is the power of meditative connection and action. It is time for you to quiet your mind and look beyond the logic of your normal perceptions. Invite the wisdom of your intuition to move through your thoughts and actions in very real ways. It starts as you journey through simple decisions each day, whether to go left or right on a walk, what time to leave for work, when to call a friend, etc. Before you leap into action, practice tuning in to the quiet voice and see what guidance it may offer. Trust it. Take action and see what comes. As you foster this direct communion with your higher self, it will become stronger and easier to decipher from the rest of your life's voices. You will know deep in your being when you are in the flow of high currents, and you will feel it in your bones when you are not. Our intuition may speak more quietly than the screaming demands of our life, but its simple whispered suggestion is worth 10,000 hours of misaligned effort. Our intuition may offer guidance that does not seem entirely rational at the time, but this is only because its vision is not bound by the confines of our current state of mind and situation. This voice of our higher self is here not to lure us into the clouds, but to guide our very real steps in the world from a higher place of being. This card encourages you to practice being present in life rather than floating off into a daydream fantasy world. To best access, make use of your intuition, you need to be alert, present, and grounded in reality. It does not call for a denial of your physical needs or the realities of life, but rather to tune into a more expansive experience of that reality. We all have intuition. Breathe, listen, trust, follow. Let it empower your life. Okay, those are the messages I have from you from Tarot and from the Chakra Insight Oracle. My name is Tifa. I do tarot, and if this message resonated with you, please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe for additional content. And I do offer personal readings, and if you'd be interested in that, you can find more information in the description of this video or in the About section of the channel. I hope you have a fruitful and abundant month of August ahead. Take care, Pisces. Bye.